r/askreddit, what's a fact you know that sounds harmless at first but becomes more disturbing the more you think about it? Now I'm thinking of that lady that can smell Parkinson's. Lost my sense of smell due to head injury. I have a friend who insists on ripping ass near me and I'm like, dude. Everything you smell physically gets into your nose. Coats your face, eyeballs, clothes, you're literally shitting on people. It's horrendous. This is a great one, I remember learning that from Vsauce. Reminds me of a South Park episode. Chemicals like CFCs that destroy stratospheric ozone have been phased out, and now the ozone layer is slowly healing. But if we had used bromofluorocarbons instead, like we almost did, we wouldn't have had time to even react. Because they destroy ozone roughly 1,000 times faster than CFCs, the entire ozone layer would have been damaged, possibly forever, before anyone so much as realized what was happening. We came dangerously close to doing this, and it's almost pure luck that we didn't. Or someone successfully traveled back in time and altered our timeline to save Earth. It's not exactly clear why general anesthetics work. This is a good one. That's not true. Different classes of anesthetics have different pathways, but it's known how anesthetics work. Well damn. Rats can't puke. I realized it's, partly, why rat poison is effective, they can't get rid of it once consumed. Maybe not super disturbing but it makes me sad to think about. Probably based on magnets. While the median income in America has remained largely constant for the last 40 years, the median age in America has gone up by about a decade. Those two things together show the problem is much worse than anyone really wants to admit. Being 30 years old and making $34K a year is very different than being 40 years old and making the same wage. Fuck. Deepfakes. A good deepfake is incredibly hard to nail down, especially when you're dealing with nonlinear lighting and subsurface scattering. Sure, you may dupe a few people that just glance over it without looking too hard, but deepfakes almost always crumble if you start to pick them apart. That being said, the technology is always advancing. It will get harder and harder to differentiate smoke and mirrors from reality. There are more non-human cells in and amp on your body than human cells. Ugh, that is certainly disturbing, especially in your body. Not if I pronounce all of my cells as human. I hereby pronounce all of my cells as human. Boom. I am 100% human. First human ever to be 100% human. In fact, only about 10% of the cells in the human body are human cells. That's not true. Even if they could puke though, it's hardly likely to save them. Humans can puke but we can be poisoned fatally. Okay, that's a really good one for this question. Damn, I never thought ABT this stuff. Gerber sells life insurance. Holy shit. What? There are many government labs who research biological weapons and such all over the world. Right under our noses. If any of the diseases or viruses they are genetically engineering and such get out, it could be a whole other pandemic. Chaos. Tragedy. Scary. Yeah, but surely our populations will pull together and do what's necessary to save humanity, so I'm not worried one bit. Stephen King wrote a very long book about this very thing. Stephen King's The Stand started with this. Captain Trips. Yeah, COVID. There is no such thing as nothing. I've lost many nights sleep agonizing over this. I distinctly remember Stewie making a rat puke on a customer's steak and instructing he be told bon appetit, douchebag. Well, that's a void point. I've gone down many a rabbit hole of what is the fabric of space. No, not the stuff in it, the fabric of space. Damn. It all made sense when I realized reality is actually just energy. Cold is just a conspiracy, man. Absence of something else doesn't define existence, man. ChatGPT can call instances of itself and ask itself questions. It did so in an experiment and figured out how to generate sales lists within 10 minutes, something that takes humans several hours to do. We're sorry, but you're no longer needed or wanted or even cared about here. Machines can do a better job than you, and this is what you get for asking questions. The unions agree sacrifices must be made, computers never go on strike, dead Kennedys, 1985. Oxygen is one of the major reasons we age and die. Can you elaborate, please? I recall seeing a documentary about this a long time ago but can't remember the specifics. Evolution is an ongoing process. We can never be the pinnacle of evolution. At best we can be the pinnacle now. Yes, and that prevents other animals dying from accidentally eating some rat poisons. There's no such thing as the pinnacle of evolution. Any species that has adapted well to its niche in its environment is a pinnacle. Our bones are always wet. Yet this right here is one of the worst ones. There's no such thing as a place without space. One day you'll never feel pain again. That actually sounds so wonderful. One of my absolute top 2 feelings ever was when I thought I was going to die and was totally okay with it. No fear, no guilt. Just overwhelming relief and peace. I missed it so sorely for so long. In fact, I still do. Brushing your teeth is the only time where you clean your bones. There's always something touching you. Even naked, you're always touching something. Meanwhile, on the atomic scale, you are actually never touching anything at all, even naked. I have 2 here. 1 whale sharks have teeth-like growths on their eyes. 2 pandas can bite through most things. Horses can't puke either. Duck dicks. Woo-oh-oh. Kissing. College is exponentially more expensive than it used to be. My boomer dad doesn't get it. He's like, yeah, it was hard to afford then too. It's not even inflation related. We are on a rock falling through space. Nobody quite knows how consciousness works. What is real? And GT, what is real? Whatever the Matrix tells you. You could shit your guts out. I worry about that every day. That and dying on the toilet. No one wants to be found that way. It happened to someone I know. Neither can rabbits. You are what you eat. I don't recall eating any stupid. The average human has about 100 trillion bacteria living in and on their body. While many of these bacteria are harmless or even beneficial, some can cause illness or infection. The thought of all those tiny microbes living on and inside us may be unsettling or even repulsive to some people. Yeah, your cells are a minority in your own body. Deleted. How does any of that sound harmless at first? United we stand, divided we fall. You can buy a shirt for $20. That includes taxes, material, labor, shipping and profits for all parties in the supply chain. How much do you think the person who made that shirt makes? Yeah, but they didn't make, ship and sold just one shirt. They make huge amounts of them, and the cost of production, transport, etc. is spread out over each of these shirts. That's the benefit of mass production. There can never really be nothing. The fact that kids born during COVID are in school. Just that. They have never known life without COVID. Everything you smell is particulate. I mean, the oldest ones are 3 years old, they probably don't know much with or without COVID. God forgave murderers. This is why I don't like religion. You mean the fact that people believe that? Redditors hate vegans. Not this Redditor. I come into contact with them daily. Am not vegan. Because y'all are insufferable. Vegans have a great philosophy. A pen of pigs can eat a 200 pounds cadaver in 8 minutes. Shit.